EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the home? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw again. And open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And the Rams are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Powell's throw caught by Pierce.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
That was Eric Johnson in there to drop him for his sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. chase down left. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
3rd and long, here's Howell. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they're using him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Hal will keep this on the option.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They'll go play action. Howell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield.
There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They'll drop to throw.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And some space here. A solid stiff arm.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Drill 52.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Going right back to Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 27, Powell.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Isaac Yedem picks it. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
And the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if not, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Powell. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that was so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And once more, Howe back to the air.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Howe throwing on 3rd down here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the miss. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they pulled it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Faking the handoff. Howell. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And they go play action with Howell.
Wisely will throw that one away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's got some space here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Howell. Buying time to and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Howell, 3rd and goal. Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Red, cycle. Ready.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Here's Jamie Gillen now
as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17.
Third and long, here's Howell.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
First down, Howell to throw.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This pass caught. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Howell looking to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Howell.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A give, running right is Akers.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Come on, set. Check you.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Joseph's got it.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 108 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. That keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here we go. You, yellow.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.